Hello everyone, it's Mozzeh here, and today it's Game Spotlight. We're looking at Empire Total War. This is the game that came out 3 games before Rome 2, I believe? Yes, because it was Empire, Napoleon, and Shogun 2. And then Rome 2, which comes out a few days. It's crazy. Today, it's the 29th, so we've got 30th, it's about 4 days. It's that exciting, because I can already preload it from Steam, which I'm not going to do, because my internet's quite slow at my dad's. So I'm going to wait till I go back to my mum's fibre optic, and I'll download that baby. It will be amazing. Cannot wait. Definitely going to be doing an episode on it. But today we're looking at Empire Total War, which is based around the 1700s, I believe. It's kind of when people like Britain started getting their empires and stuff, basically. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to load up a campaign and for about 15 minutes or so go through the features of it and what's changed since Rome, because an awful lot has changed. As you can see, this whole layout is different. Who are we going to be? I don't know who we're going to be. Let's go with Prussia. Why not? Germans, well, these are precursors to modern Germany, the Prussians. Start with 2 regions, just say short campaign because we're not going to be playing it that long. And start. Now, a few differences in this game. There's not as much sword fighting. Well, there's hardly any sword fighting. There's a few units. I think more Middle Eastern units, and the ones in India, that's also another thing I need to mention. They use swords, and also the American Indians. But Europeans, they stick with muskets, because they were more advanced, apparently. Although they get their butts kicked, sometimes. So yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to speak to you, woman. This is what the map looks like. It's a bit laggy. Yeah, it's fixing itself. And you'll see here, we have Europe. We have Britain up here, France here, Spain, all the countries. With these 2 here, we have East Prussia and Brandenburg, where Berlin is. Big thing to notice, instead of having your region and one city in the middle, there is now your main city, and then you have what are known as towns around the region, and like colleges for researching technology, which is also a new thing. There's so much to mention. And then your ports. That's a trading port there. So basically, yeah. What to mention? I keep such so much to go over. Research and technology. This is new, you can't really drag it, that sucks. Lots of things to research. These are all the kind of infantry, cavalry stuff. Artillery, which is replaces all the catapults that you had in Rome, and naval, which is about your ships. Upgrades to farms, upgrades for workshops, and even cottages. And then colleges, and they're like kind of all the social things you can get, like that you can research ban slavery. So yeah, that's always good. Mention you've got a bigger map. It's a lot bigger. I can click next theatre. Voila, we're in India. This is because around the Empire time, people are expanding. There's these like currently it's the Mughal Empire and the Maratha Confederacy. They're the natives. But people like Britain and there's Portugal, they've got a colony there. They came and invaded. You've got all this up here, like Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Persia, back into Europe, and then you can also go across the Atlantic, and you've got America as well. It is a huge map in this game. Maybe too big, but if you've got the time to sit down and play this game, it's worth it. You so much to explore. Yeah, there's like all the British colonies, and also for France, Spain, and Britain, there is also missions you can get to unlock lots of territories over here, because Britain's got 13 colonies, which are the original 13 states, actually, for America. I've probably got that wrong, but I believe these are the original 13 states. Georgia, the Carolinas, so South and North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York, New England, and Maine. And basically all they want you to do is capture a few places. Wait, no, Georgia isn't in the 13 colonies. The mission, you capture, I think, Georgia, the Cherokee Territory, and Quebec, and you gain all these, which is pretty sweet. And for France, there's Louisiana, Lower and Upper Louisiana, which France can get for capturing some places. And there's New Spain, which is all along here, which the Spanish can also get. I haven't actually played as Spain, so I don't know how they get that. Well, I have. I can't remember for Spain or France. But also something else you get in this game, because halfway through this, around when, like, say, America turned up, sometimes randomly, and you can liberate regions and then they spring up. You can get, like, the United States that pop up. They normally start either in Pennsylvania or Boston, I believe. And there's lots, like Norway, they pop up, so when they're not owned by Denmark, and you liberate them. Hungary. Where else? There's an awful lot. I believe Iceland as well, maybe. They're currently owned by Denmark. But yeah, that's enough of that. Let's look at battles. We've got an army here. Let's attack the city. They have an awful lot of allies. Oh well, let's go. At least Denmark didn't declare war on us. Not always good. Yeah, we've got German guys shouting at us. We're going to click Assault so I can show what the battles are like, give a quick overview of that. I like them. They're different from Rome, definitely, because you're not just saying charge straight in and kill, basically, like you could do with the Roman soldiers, because they're very strong. You're more taking the more conservative approach, like letting them come to you, waiting, taking them out as much as you can with artillery, attacking them and mobbing them with cavalry as they try and charge towards you. It's quite tactical, but it's good. What else? There's also naval battles. I don't think I have time to show them because I picked Prussia and they don't really have a navy to start off with. So unfortunately we won't be able to see that, but you can get naval battles, and they will be in Rome 2, which I'll be able to show at some point. But yeah, so that's about it. I'll also be doing Game Spotlight on Napoleon Total War, which is the game that comes after this one, which is set around Napoleon time, funny enough. Which is it's a bit later than Empire Total War, I believe. Where, yeah, when Napoleon's around, basically. And you can either take the side of Britain, Prussia, and Austria, which they kind of had a triple alliance, and Russia also, yeah, Russia. No, it's Russia, Austria, and Britain that had the alliance, and they tried to get Prussia involved against Napoleon, because he was really good and very expansionist. But that's the setting for that one. Or you can play as Napoleon and try and take over Europe. But here we go. We have our game. Our battle. We have... These are the core troops for Europeans. Line infantry. Pretty standard. These are very early game, which you don't really... They don't stick around. I believe you can't actually recruit them after this point. But you've got some pikemen. Militia, they're kind of like the town watch from Rome. They're just who you recruit. They're just, yeah, a bit shit, but cheap. And then we also have cannons. These are the first cannons, really, that you can get. Again, they're also a bit shit. So what we're going to do, we're going to get all these guys, bring them into these woods. We're going to send our cavalry over to those guys who are on their own, because why not? Speed up a bit. and get to show this. It's not, well, yeah, pixelated trees. That's just the setting that I have it on, because I prefer this FPS over the quality quite a lot of the time, and my laptop can't run the crazy good things. The trees are actually trunks, that's a nice texture. But the leaves are quite pixelated. It's not often you find a game where they're amazing quality trees. But a thing to know in this game, the characters are a lot more detailed. Oh Jesus, my gendarmerie. Oh, kind of hurt. Are these guys in place yet? Just about. It's quite laggy. Yeah, but we get to see what happens when these guys fire. Yeah, that's basically what it's like. Spend a lot of the game doing that. What we're gonna do, cavalry, gonna attack these guys inside. This is an easy battle. This is a battle that I'd normally auto-resolve, because if you lose it, let's say you're just a bit shit at the game, or haven't really played it, it's very difficult when you have a proper army to lose against flintlock armed citizenry, which are basically just the militia which defend a town, and they're awful. They're really awful. Trying to defend a town with them is not fun, but it's something you do. Let's just speed this up because this battle's over. They're gone. Bye bye. Victory. Did we get their general? I assume we got their general. Send the battle there. Heroic victory. Hurrah! What else can I show in this game spotlight? Show the diplomacy? Yeah, I show the diplomacy, because that's changed also, because you no longer have diplomats which go around to the individual towns doing your bidding. Yeah, it's changed quite a bit. Wait for this to load. Ooh. If it ever wants to load. There we go. Victory. So, we've now taken West Prussia and linked ourselves up, which is kind of the first mission they give you. Diplomacy. Diplomatic relations, as it's called. Basically, you have your country and all the other major nations, and you can say, let's find the Ottoman Empire. We can open negotiations with them. We can say, have a trade agreement with us. And let's say, okay, thank you. And we'll find Great Britain, and we'll say trade agreement and alliance, and they'll say give us money, and we'll say yes, because this is just showing that. And then you've also got all the minor nations which you can also interact with. But yeah, that's about it. What else is I've showed tech. I'll show the type of buildings you can get in here. You've got your barracks, which, this is in large cities. You get small cities and large cities. Large ones you can get barracks. You've got your government buildings, which you get in every town. You've got an entertainment building, Admiralty, which is, it really, yeah, they're just for national prestige, which is the type of victory you can get if you go to objectives. It's all over the place, and here you can see who's the best in the world for what. Like us, we only have prestige for our military, whereas France has it for enlightenment, economics, naval, and yeah. We haven't built that up yet. You don't start with that with Prussia, but that's the game really. I'll show the ships you can get. If I go into here, No. I need to find a shipyard, and I don't think they have a shipyard. I can show these ones. These are the basic ones. Light galley, which you're never going to get. Brakes and sloops. Open up that. There we go, that's a really basic ship. You can get crazily advanced ones compared to that. Like, the best one, which is a first-rate ship of the line. Huge. And you get an achievement for building that. It takes like 10 turns or something to build, because it's just a floating fortress. You have the farms here, you have entertainment buildings, that's where you get your spies from. You've got your weavers, cottage. You've got your college for learning. You get gentlemen, which help your research. And yeah, it's a really fun game actually. If you've got the time to sit down and play it, I would definitely recommend it. And it's quite cheap on Steam. I bought the Game of the Year edition, which comes with Empire and Napoleon, plus all the expansion packs. But yeah, it's definitely worth a game. So yeah, that's about it, guys. This has been my game spotlight on Empire Total War. It's available on Steam, or you can buy it online and get it in a disc case somewhere. I don't have mine, I can't see mine around. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I've been Mozzeh, and if you like this episode, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, or whatever. Do all that crazy stuff. And I'll see you next time, so adios.